Oh!
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Review Show. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today is my co-host, JoJo, and fucking finally, we're here to talk about some more Final Fantasy 16 news. Ugh! I've been waiting for this fucking trailer. So, I was worried that it was going to take a lot longer to get to us. So, we already knew that it was supposed to be coming during October, and we knew that most likely, because it's happened every single time, it was going to be part of a PlayStation Showcase or a State of Play. And it was not this time. And there are reasons why, and those reasons are very interesting to me. So, PlayStation, or Sony, I guess I should say, canceled their PlayStation Showcase. Either their showcase or State of Play, whatever it was going to be. They canceled it, well, or not canceled it, but postponed it. And the reason why was because of Microsoft's latest acquisition to get Blizzard / Activision. And the reason why they were trying to do it is because Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard is currently being investigated on whether or not that's going to turn them into a monopoly. So Sony didn't want to give Microsoft ammunition to be like, oh, well, look, they're at their showcase. They're doing just fucking fine without us. Because, you know, Sony's not going to, you know, really care too much if, like, all of a sudden they can't do this deal and Activision and Blizzard stuff to be their own thing and can't be bought by Microsoft. So that's literally why they're postponing it until after the trial or after the investigation is done, regardless of the ruling. Then they're going to release their showcase. I was
where are you getting that from? Because, like, I think this is going to be investigated for, like, a while.
I mean, it
like
might.
Months.
I don't know exactly how long they said that they were going to postpone it. I just do know that that's why that got postponed. So whenever it happened, that's how I found out about Silent Hill was supposed to be part of the showcase before the Silent Hill trailer even came out. It was a inside leak from Sony. Some chick that works at Sony said, obviously the Sony thing's going to get postponed. This Microsoft Activision thing, they're not going to want to give too much firepower to Microsoft to be able to do this, blah, 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 blah. And then she even said third-party companies like Square Enix and Konami with a Silent Hill remake, or no, she didn't say remake, with a Silent Hill showing are going to have to also be put off as well. And everybody's like, I'm sorry, what? So we're getting fucking Silent Hill? Like, this is before the announcement. And then 2 days after she made that post, we got both Square Enix's trailer, or I'm sorry, 1 day after we got Square Enix's release, and then the second day after we got Konami's showing. So, had some information from somewhere, that's for fucking sure, because, trust me, as a fucking long-standing member of the fucking Silent Hill subreddit, we've all put on and have wiped our clown makeup off with tears multiple fucking times, because how many times we've been fooled by rumors. So, she had fucking something, because that was kind of fucking crazy. I was all like, I mean, she works for Sony. This is pretty fucking hardcore evidence that, like, we have something. I was like, but I'm not willing to pull out my clown makeup kit again and get ready. So, but fucking all next thing I know, I'm just sitting there on my couch and so like, there's a Konami stream going on right now, and I was like, oh, let me tune into this so that way Konami can tell me to go fuck myself and buy a pyramid.
That would be
statue.
a great stream.
Yeah.
If they had said, hey, welcome to the Silent Hill showcase. Fuck off.
I mean, that's basically what they've fucking been recently. So, we got a new pachinko game you'll never play because it's in Japan. It's fucking great. It's on a slot machine. Pyramid Head chases you to hit all 3 sevens. You know, it's all fun and games. Anyways, but so that's the quote unquote reason why we haven't gotten the State of Play, which honestly I don't care anymore because that's all I cared about from the State of Play anyway, was 16. Until I found out about Konami, then I was like, oh shit, now I care about both of them. But now we got both of them anyway, independently. So, that being said, let's actually jump into the trailer here. So, we were told by Yoshi P that this was going to be a story-heavy trailer. And not only did he deliver, I think he over-delivered. I honestly think that they gave us too much. And what I mean by that is that it is, when we saw this scene where Joshua gets his face splattered with blood.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That scene was in the first trailer, but it made it look like it was just a normal guard. That's his dad in front of him.
Yeah.
That was like, you could have saved that. Like, that, in my opinion, could have been saved for the fucking game.
That's probably really early in the game, I guess.
Probably would be my guess, for sure. But then I also am worried about that because, like, we've already been told that we're going to literally be with Clive all the way through his teens to his 20s to his late, or to, I think they said late 30s. Where, like, we're just going to go through this dude's fucking life, which is great, but, like, I like the teenage Clive look. I like that character model more than I really care for his older character models. I like his teenage look. He looks badass. But, and so I'm kind of hoping we get a little bit of time there versus it just like quick and then black screen and now here we are 20 years old and we're already with this band of fucking dominant hunting jackasses and let's fucking go and fucking kill people. So I'm hoping that there's more stuff there because it just like with the teenage thing, like I see so many fun aspects of being able to like go out and fucking like monster hunt and shit like that, like where they showed him fighting the Marlboro and shit like that. Like that was really really cool. So I'm hoping that we get to do like shit like that as the teen. I know that we're gonna be training for some fucking tournament that he's gonna be in and stuff like that because he's training to be like the fucking best swordsman in Rosaria in order to be able to be fucking Joshua Shield and sword or whatever. Yeah, so there's a lot of that, but. Some of the other stuff that we got, I don't really feel like it's really story breaking. And that would be the reveal of some more dominance. And we didn't get a reveal. Well, I should say we didn't. We got a reveal of another icon, but it was a secret reveal of another icon. So if you weren't looking for it, you didn't see it. So out of the icons that we've been shown so far, we have seen Garuda. We've seen Shiva, we've seen Rama, we've seen Titan, we've seen Odin, we've seen Bahamut, and we've seen Ifrit. If you're watching the trailer, and you can actually look it up as well, there is a page in the book at the very end where it's talking about the War of the Icons is about to happen. If you actually look at all the different icons that are there, there's a whole bunch of like mountain shapes and shit in there too to kind of throw you off. Each icon has like a golden ring over their head, kind of like a halo, to prove that they're an icon. And all the way out to the far right, it looks like it's a mountain at your first look because it's like kind of dark and looks like a snow peak on the top. But if you look, there's a small little golden ring around its head. And if you just follow the darker part of it, it actually looks like Leviathan's head. So I think we're going to have Leviathan as well.
That makes sense. That's a big one.
He's pretty standard. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Leviathan's pretty fucking standard. So that would be cool to get Leviathan. But we also got to see some of the dominants. So the blonde-headed guy is Bahamut's dominant that we saw screaming. I do want to touch on that actually real quick. That is so fucking badass that it's not just like they fucking can just change into the icons. That they could just use the icons' powers. Because I was wondering how that transferred to Clive. Like, we never saw them use the icons' powers. We just saw them as the icons. They would transform and then fuck shit up. But Clive was able to use, like, parts of the icons as powers and fucking fight against people and stuff. So now being able to actually see that was really, really cool. I don't think it's any secret anymore. I know I talked about this a long, long time ago. I think on like my first review show about the very first trailer that I thought Jill was going to end up being Shiva. I think that's pretty much out of the bag at this fucking point, that older lady is Jill and that she's Shiva. So I kind of wonder how the dynamic worked with that, because from what I was seeing from the flags, that Shiva was one of the like city's fucking dominants, and all of a sudden she's just fucking living in Rosario with fucking Clive and Joshua and being a ward of fucking their parents and shit like that. So I don't know how that whole thing goes unless there's another dominant that's there, and maybe that's fucking where Leviathan's from, and it was just the golden lady in the flag was just to throw us the fuck off. Who fucking knows? Because I think me and you talked about that, and you pointed out that there were serpents on there as well. Or wyverns or something. Yeah.
Probably.
So, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like the lady is more showcased. So I feel like that's Shiva. So, but yeah, so that could be Leviathan. And that, Shiva, I highly doubt that they were all like, yeah, sure. Have two dominants in Rosario. Fucking why not? Yeah, sure. Be all powerful. Who cares? Have fire and dice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think.
Is there something where they like forced her out because there's like some sort of anti-dominant racism or something going on?
No, well, so there is, but not. So the reason why I'm going to say no to that is because from what I've read off the website, and that's the one place that we did see, and I can't remember what the fuck the place was called. That when they find out that someone potentially is starting to show dominant powers as a child, because obviously children can't control their powers. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They execute completely.
Oh.
They view dominance as abominations to the crystals. So they execute them, and that was that dude in the cloak where he's all like, and I bathe or I cleanse them in their own blood or something. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, yeah.
He's talking about executing. That's where I think Ifrit is coming from. I think the guy, the whoever Ifrit is, was born there and then escaped, and he has this mindset that he's a piece of shit, an abomination, blah 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 blah, and now he's just gonna go out and be like, I'm gonna be the fucking, like, if I had to deal with this fucking power, I'm gonna make sure no one can ever hurt me. Like, I'm gonna be the fucking strongest, and it's just setting out to kill every fucking Eikon, and that's where we see him go and fight Phoenix and kill Joshua. And that's going to set Clive off on his whole journey to become part of this fucking dominant hunting fucking bandit group or whatever. So, which is going to be interesting because if Jill is a dominant, when do we actually know that in the story? Because it's very, very hinted that Clive and Jill are, I don't want to say romantically involved, but at least friends. Like, really good friends. Like, she had to live with him. She was like a sister. Because they had that one where it's like him and her underneath the moon. And he's kind of got like his back up against the, I think this was the second trailer we got. Yeah, the second trailer we got. Where he's kind of got like his back up against the wall. And she's staring out at the moon. She's all like, there's going to be another war, isn't there? And he's just like, and then it switches to a different fucking scene. So, you know, little midnight walks with just them two. Like, they're at least fucking really good friends. So it's going to be hard for me to believe that, you know, he's going to want to take her down, especially now that we know that opening scene fight where it's Titan versus Shiva. We know that that's Jill, and they were there for Shiva's dominant, because the dude says it. We're here for the dominant, and only the dominant. And that's when the dude was like, how do we know the girl will be among them? And it's like, oh, shit. So that's going to be fucking interesting to see how that all fucking plays out, and what house she ended up with, because I'm going to guess she didn't stay with Rosaria, because I'm guessing that burned down to the ground once the dad died. So, fuck, we got a lot of information in this goddamn trailer, dude. Like, I'm stupid fucking ecstatic about this fucking trailer. It was so good. It was so good. I will say that it's interesting to see that the person that the Garuda chick was having sex with in the second trailer was the dominant of Odin, which we got to see that guy.
Okay.
He looks like a fucking badass. I thought it was Clive's dad. Whenever I first saw it, I thought it was Clive's dad.
I don't know. They all kind of look like guys.
They do.
It's hard.
Yeah, they do for sure. But it's definitely not. It's to me, the dude that's the dominant of Odin looks like the main character for the cutscenes from fucking Final Fantasy 14. They literally looks like the same guy, like the guy they use for like the Endwalker and shit. Yeah, exactly. Totally. It looks like the same fucking guy. Like, Clive at least looks different. That dude looks like he was taken directly out of the Endwalker trailer. It was like, we're just going to put you in this trailer while we're at it. We already got the character model. Fuck it, right? People who play Final Fantasy 14 be like, Yoshida. People who don't play Final Fantasy 14
like,
I don't
character
know.
From Final Fantasy 14. Instead, I want a little or whatever Lalafell guy.
Oh, man.
Garuda.
Oh, man. But yeah, the Odin guy looks badass. So I'm excited to see to see how he fucking, you know, just does shit and stuff like that. I do like how they keep hinting about the constant degradation of their bodies and their mind and stuff like that, which we kind of saw with Titan. It looks like he's very quick to lose his fucking shit. Like, he gets pissed off real easy. He was fucking grabbing his head saying, I'm going to slay him, I'm going to flame, shit like that. Like, seems like he's going to be, like, a real tough ally to deal with in the beginning of the game whenever it's talking about wars between places and blah, 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 because we know for a fact the Dalmex supported us in the opening war that we see. We know that for a fact because the Garuda chick says it in that meeting with Clive's dad, where they're talking about how they need the support of the crystal or something like that. And she's all like, well, all right. And then that's when the old guy with the white beard or whatever stands up and he's like, did you not pledge your sword to our cause? And she's like, well, let's not forget the Dalmex were the ones who drove them back. So we know that there's at least some kind of... I've watched these trailers like thousands of times.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool, yeah, the Dalmex, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the desert people, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the desert people. So, and their fucking Titan is the big bald guy. So I think that obviously it's going to be interesting to see how their degradation is playing into these personalities and shit, like how they fucking deal with stuff. Like, I just feel like he's going to be quick
Is it like
to
using
anger.
their powers as turning their skin white? Was that what's happening there?
Well, it looked like it wasn't necessarily white. It kind of looked, yeah. But I know what you're talking about. It's like it was white, but it had like this orange blotch on his fucking on his
but then they showed
arm.
that guy who looked dead, who was fully.
Yeah, I don't know if that was
white.
an icon. I think that was just a different scene that was just put together
I
to make it look like
could
that.
Just be like, hey, here's the guy who was the dominant for like
Maybe.
someone who sucks,
And
so they got killed
over.
easily.
Yeah.
Here, this was Carbuncle. Now he's dead. He tried to fight a real fucking summon.
Oh my god. That would be such a terrible icon to put in this game.
It's just Garuda
gosh.
and then little Carbuncle. Carbuncle.
Man. It casts protection. It was not effective. Oh my god, that would be such a terrible icon to put in this game.
That's one thing I do really want there to be like, oh, here, this one guy get executed, and it turns out, oh, he was Chocobo.
He was Chocobo
No,
chick.
just he had the worst fucking summon.
Yep, he was Chocobo chick.
Yeah. One of the Magus sisters got killed, and now there's 2 of them only.
Oh man, that'd be nuts. But no, that's definitely interesting. I like that they're constantly playing on that, because that to me is a very interesting part of this world. Like how, they always say great power comes with, or comes at a price. So it's like fucking we're getting to see that price like play out. Like, is it a situation where it's how many times they do it, or it's how much they exhaust themselves while being in the form, blah 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 blah. Like I kind of want to know like what's the ramifications around being able to use this power whenever they want to. And it always looks like it's at a situation of like high stress. So I wonder if like they actually tap into it, or it has to be like a flight or fight mode. You know what I mean?
It's like X-Men. It's their power comes out in a high stress situation as a teen,
and then they learn how to tap into it.
Yeah.
Because we saw that one guy was using Odin's sword just as himself, so he was able to like harness Odin's actual fucking weapon, and was just all like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Versus actually being like to where like the chick that's Garuda, like even whenever she was like in her, we'll call it half human, half icon phase, like she had Garuda's wings, but she was still basically fucking human and shit. So
I guess if you're a dude, Odin's the easiest one to just kind of embrace. Just like, I got a sword now. This is fine.
I mean, with our list of Odin, Titan, Shiva, Rama, Garuda, Bahamut, Leviathan, and Ifrit, I mean, if you had to choose one, who would be at the top of your list? If you were going to be a dominant and you got to choose,
Bahamut's the strongest one all the time.
I mean, I don't know. Did you see fucking Odin cut his fucking Mega Flare in half? Like that was kind of fucking dope in the second trailer. Yeah, he's like riding up in the fucking sky, and Bahamut just shoots it down. And Odin just fucking cleaves that shit in two. I was like, God damn! I was like, this shit's about to be fucking crazy. It'd be Odin for me. Like I would have to like. I'm not the biggest fan of like Norse mythology. Like I love mythology. Norse was like a kind of a second one to me. So like Odin's never been like a character that's really drawn my attention. But the actual summon Odin in the fucking Final Fantasy games is a fucking badass. Like I love the Odin summon in all the Final Fantasy games. He's a fucking badass. Bahamut's definitely my favorite for sure. But the fact of being able to be like this fucking mysterious fucking crazy big ass fucking knight with his sword and shield and this fucking 6-legged steed just sounds fucking dope as shit. Versus
I want Bismarck. That's just a big whale. That one's cool. They never use that guy, but
oh man. I mean, imagine fucking being oh god, what was her fucking name? Fucking Seymour's mother. Oh
Anima?
Yes, imagine being Anima coming back with all the suffering and shit and looking like getting brought out of a fucking Silent Hill fucking film. Like, Jesus Christ.
That'd be, bring that one in, man. That'd be cool. It seems like in that art at the end, like there's one king at the top of it that looks like
that's where my question
whatever
is.
The last boss will be or something.
Well, that's the thing. Down below, you don't see Ifrit. But up top, Ifrit doesn't have wings. And that had like wings on the arm and wings on the legs. So
that seemed like it was some kind of maybe like one of those dragons or something, like Tiamat or something.
Yeah, but it was humanoid.
Or
it reminded me of Ifrit from original Final Fantasy VII, just without the wings. Like Ifrit from original was kind of a little bit like that. Well, I guess he kind of had a dog face a little bit, but
It's like an
I don't know,
Ifrit
man.
Phoenix hybrid.
I don't know.
Ifrit with wings. There's like
I can't think of an
Sephiroth.
icon that matches that. Dude, that's what I thought when I saw it too. Save for Sephiroth, fucking coming out with all the wings and shit. I was like, yo, dude. I swear to God, to get to the end of this game, and they start playing a one-winged angel. I'm gonna be like, hold on a second. I don't know if this is correct.
It's like I'm just looking because it's just gonna be one. Assuming that's just an icon. Also, it's probably one of the things they used in 14. Also, because that's what all of them are. Oh, it's.
Are they all based in 14?
I mean, all of the ones they're doing so far are in 14, but also 14 has every fucking summon at this point almost, like as a primal.
Well, probably more then.
Like yeah. I mean, they've gone crazy with stuff. They've got a lot of them. They got Knights of the Round. Like they.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's a boss fight in heaven, or they're not a primal. I don't think technically, or something. They work differently. It's a weird, but like they are Knights of the Round.
Mm.
Zodiark. Maybe I think that's what I was thinking. It could be something like Zodiark, just like a big ass weird monster thing.
Well, I'm glad they went with a different look of Titan for this fucking game, because the Titan in fucking 14 was a little bit of a disappointment. I was like, look at this fucking gnome. I was like, Jesus Christ. I don't know, man.
Actually,
I'm looking at
it could be.
Picture, dude. Dude, it's gonna be all the Moogles, dude. They just fucking formed together.
Yes, the Moogle King.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it.
They just formed together. That's what it is. They all just formed together.
Mog.
It's just showing me like
that could be a version of not Zero. I mean Zodiark. I think maybe. He's got wings and then weird leg stuff, horns.
You said Zodiark? I don't think I've actually seen Zodiark. Oh, it's a little bit of a demon guy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he ain't got legs. He's got fucking tentacles.
Right, and the bottom of the thing in the art kind of weirdly.
Yeah.
Egg.
Could be. Or they could reimagine him a little bit different, just like they did with fucking Titan, so.
Yeah, it would be a redesign. That's my pull for. I had to guess what that thing is going to be.
It's a fair one. It's definitely a fair one. He looks fucking dope. Yeah, I've never gotten far enough in 14 to see a lot of these yet. I need to fucking play it again.
Yeah, I mean, they legitimately have. They made new ones even. There's a bug person. Ravana.
You said Ravana?
Yeah. And that's just one they made up for 14.
I wonder if there's any cross between this icon and the actual Hindu mythology.
I mean, I think the name is definitely a reference. Because, Shiva.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got a bunch of arms, I think.
Yeah, he's got 4 arms.
Yeah.
He looks dope as shit, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah, it's a cool dude. Yeah.
He's definitely up there on my top fucking favorite icons, dude. And I just saw this guy for the first time. He looks badass, dude. Growing up, whenever I was a kid, dude, fucking watching like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And fucking Digimon, I was always like the insect guy. I like the fucking insects and shit like that. So, like Stingmon as a Digimon was my shit, dude.
I don't even remember Stingmon.
Dude, Stingmon was
I was thinking of Kabuterimon or whatever. That was a old guy.
Nah, dude, Stingmon was the shit, dude. You should look up a picture of Stingmon. That was my boy. I had an action figure of him and everything. That was my fucking guy. Dude was a badass.
Sting.
Don't remember what he was before. I think he was like the little worm or whatever.
Oh, yeah! I actually think I have an action figure of this guy, too.
Dude, Stingmon was the shit, dude. He was like
this is like coolest. A later era one. This might have been...
No, he was in the first series, but he was like he was like a last evolution for one of them, and I don't remember which one it was. whatever the insect one was, obviously. But no, he was in the original. He was
Oh, he's in he's later.
Was he? I could have swore he was in the original.
He's like the third season.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, Wormmon. Yeah, Wormmon. I had a little stuffed animal of Wormmon when I was a kid.
The first season bug guy was Kabuterimon or whatever. There was a beetle kid. It was like a little nerd who had a beetle.
Yeah, dude, Wormmon was my shit. But yeah, so yeah, no, he looks fucking cool shit though. I like him. Fucking
yeah. So that's maybe they'll put him in too.
That'd be cool. That'd be interesting for sure. But yeah, just kind of what the hell? Oh, just kind of scrolling through the trailer here to look at anything else that we talked about. So we talked about the death of Clive's dad, which is fucking nuts to me. Like I said, we got to see that the blight and how that's actually affecting the world, where they go through that ashland and they're all like everything's fucking dead here. That was kind of cool. So now we're actually getting to see like what fucking Clive's dad was talking about whenever he said, we won't be able to stave off the plague without the blessing of the Mother Crystal or something like that. I can't remember what it was, or the power of the Mother Crystal. So it's kind of cool.
Crystals look good. Look cool. Yeah, the way they're integrated into the
land. Yeah,
neat.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, and then we got to see a little bit of like father-son stuff with Joshua. So like it's kind of crazy because it's like just from the short amount of stuff that we've seen, like the dad seems really like caring and stuff with Joshua, but just more of kind of like but down to business with Clive. Like it's just you're supposed to. So I don't know if maybe there's like a disappointment there because Clive was supposed to get the Phoenix power and skipped him and went to Joshua. So maybe there's like a disappointment there, which is what led Clive to be like, I'm going to be the fucking best swordsman ever to fucking be there. The fucking action looks great. Fucking looks great. Like, I am super fucking pumped for that action. It is super fucking fast-paced. Like, it looks good. Those combos look lit as shit. Oh my god. I am super excited about all that. Okay, the Iron Kingdom. That's the name of the one where they execute them. Yeah, he said their souls were sullied with the stain of the Aether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. So that's what he said.
Gotcha.
So yeah. In other words, this guy and Kefka would not get along. But yeah, and then Waylude, now we know that's Odin, and the chick who's Garuda is sleeping with that guy. Dude, he looks so badass. He's gonna be a fucking dick. I just can tell by his character. He's gonna be a little bit of an asshole. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what happens, man. Like this is looking really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
The way that they're gonna do the combat and stuff too, just looks fucking awesome, man. It looks fucking awesome. Like the fact that we're gonna have a difference between just normal combat to actually like icon combat, and each icon fight is gonna be different than all the other ones.
That's very cool.
That's fucking cool as shit too. So like, Yoshi P is pulling out all the fucking stops. Like it's a good chance Yoshi P is just the future of Final Fantasy for a while. Like he's fucking doing it, dude. This game blows it out of the fucking park. Like this man single-handedly CPR revived Final Fantasy 14 from the deathbed, and then made a fucking legendary addition to the actual mainline series as well. Like, I mean, fucking hell. It's like, what can the dude not do? This guy can't be stopped. So, nor do we want him to. I like him though. He's very relatable. One, and then two, it's one of those situations where it's like you feel good about him because he does do shit where like it's kind of how I feel I would be if I was a game developer. Where a lot of times whenever Dead Funny goes through things or ups or downs and stuff, we're very open and transparent about that, and like where we're at with content and things like that. Where like whenever he had to push Endwalker back about 2 weeks, he was like on stream crying, like I feel super bad about this. I know you guys were taking off of work for it. I know some of you can't renegotiate that, blah 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 blah. Like, I mean, he felt like super fucking like, and I was like, dude, this trailer gets fucking pushed back, he's gonna be so pissed off, dude.
He reminds me of like Sakurai from Smash Brothers, like a dude who's very invested in the thing he's doing and very good at it, and very like open with the audience, and also a dude needs to take like a vacation. Like
Yes.
like I don't want him to work himself to death.
Yep, for sure, 100%. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much all I had. Like I said, there's a lot of fucking information we got. There's probably still a lot of shit I'm not even touching on because I haven't had a chance to really like just sit down and break out the trailer. So hopefully I do that. Maybe we'll have another conversation about it. Who knows? I know that we're supposed to get another trailer next year somewhere. I think he said in the beginning. I'm not 100% sure on that. The beginning of next year that's going to actually have a firm release date.
Yeah, they do have to tell us when the game is actually out.
Yeah, especially come next year whenever it comes out in summer. So, but yeah, man, it's fucking, man, what a fucking year of gaming for me, dude. I'm going to be super fucking busy. Like, Crisis Core at the end of this fucking year. We've got, at the beginning of next year, Resident Evil 4 remake is like March or something like that. And then we also have the Silent Hill 2 remake, which is potentially slotted for 2023. And then we also have the summer, which is going to be Final Fantasy 16. And then that winter, Final Fantasy 7 remake part 2. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm about to be... I haven't been this excited about like a fucking span of games in a while.
And Zelda. You forget Zelda.
And Zelda. I forget Zelda. Did they have a recent trailer or something that came out? Or has it just been
a few months ago or something? But like they said, it's next year. It's pretty firm. They gave it a, you know, oh yeah, it was right after the Queen died. Remember? They announced the title of the game was Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh.
And it was like, oh.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Fitting. Yeah, no, fucking, I mean, Breath of the Wild was really, really fucking good. I really enjoyed that game. I fucking have fond memories of that game because at my job that I'm currently at the time, I had to be at work, like, super fucking early. Like, before anybody else was there, like a solid hour before other people would get there. So I would just sit in my cubicle while waiting for people to show up, and I'd just be sitting there playing my fucking Switch, going through fucking Breath of the Wild, knocking it out, dude. So I beat the majority of that game at my job. Like 100% beat the majority of that game at my job. So yeah, no, that's I'm excited for Breath of the Wild too. It's gonna be a fucking good one. I mean, the first one was fucking gorgeous. The only thing that
it's amazing.
The only thing that I hated was the whole fucking finding all the fucking seeds or whatever, which was fucking terrible. But
not supposed to find all the seeds.
Yeah, I didn't, obviously. But because don't you get like a golden piece of shit?
Yeah, like they legitimately are trying to tell you, like, hey, don't do this.
Yeah, don't do this, yeah.
Find a bunch of them.
Yeah.
While you're playing.
There's other things to do in the game.
And then move on with your life. Get 300 or something to get the biggest wallet or whatever it was. That's all.
Wow. Imagine that, dude. Your fucking favorite video game company just calling you a piece of shit. It's like, here you go. Here's shit. Take it.
I took the message, and I didn't collect all of them. I got a lot of them, and then moved on.
But yeah, man, like I said, this game it's different, man. It's fucking different for Final Fantasy. I mean, one, we're getting back to our roots with the fucking medieval-ish type shit. And then on top of that, like, the story seems fucking phenomenal so far. We're going to have fucking icon battles and shit like this. Like, it's going to be a whole fucking war based around not only the mother crystals all over the place, but on top of that, all the fucking icons and shit. Man, dude, it is going to be so... I'm so fucking pumped for this game. I'm just so fucking pumped for this game. This game and 7's remake are why I bought a PlayStation 5. Like, I don't care about anything else. I will play it. Like, Silent Hill Remake 2 is PlayStation 5 exclusive. Best believe I'm going to play it. But my PlayStation 5 was solely bought for this game and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. So, I'm fucking ready. My poor PlayStation 5 is just fucking collecting dust over here. So, I definitely need to fucking do something. I did actually recently go out and buy... just because I'm big on cosmetics and shit like that, and I like all my shit to match. And I had the original fucking PlayStation controller, so I finally went out and bought me a black one, which I'm fucking super excited about. So it's pretty. And if you hook your PlayStation 5 controller up to your computer, you can go into Steam, and through their DualShock sensors, you can actually change the color of this light.
Oh.
So I have it matching the rest of my stuff, which is supposed to be like Mako blue. Yeah. So, cool. Didn't know that was a thing. I plugged in. I was like, hey, by the way, would you like to change the controller light in your controller? And I was just like, Sure, why not? I do it with every fucking thing else I have. My keyboard, my mouse, my mic, my fucking everything is all fucking color coordinated. So sure, that'd be great. But yeah. So yeah, then we will go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully we get a new trailer sooner than later, which would be great. It does seem like a couple things have constantly been getting Google. Been constantly getting fucking delayed. And hopefully that stops. That'd be great. Even this was technically delayed by a couple days, but that's fine. I'll take that. That I do not care about. But whenever we're looking at like, we're gonna give you news. This year's gonna be all about Final Fantasy 16, and then the only thing we got that year was on December 23rd, saying, "Sorry guys, pandemic happened, obviously, and we're still suffering from it. So no news at all this year." And it's like you couldn't have gave that message any sooner than fucking December 23rd. So. But oh well, it is what it is. We love you, Yoshi P. You do your thing, dude.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for this fucking game, man. But other than that, make sure you like, subscribe, comment in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts and views. Did we miss anything that you wanted us to talk about? Because like I said, I still have to do a really, really deep dive on this fucking trailer. Do you have any thoughts of who that last icon is up top? Is there an icon, that picture that I missed? I looked over multiple times. I feel like I got everybody. Leviathan, like I said, was the one that I pulled out of there. Don't think there's anybody else, but if you think there's someone else, let me know. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, remember, there's a golden like halo ring above every single one of their heads, except the one up top, by the way. He does not have a halo
bad.
ring. Exactly. So that's how you could tell Leviathan. He is, if you're looking at the picture, he's on the right side of the picture. Well, I guess your right, it would be technically the left side of the, I don't know. Either way. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the picture right now from memory. I don't have it in front of me, and I'm kind of fucking
look at
it up.
yourself.
You'll look at it. You'll find it out. It's over there. He's on the same side as Odin. He's on the same side as Odin. So I remember that because I was all like, well, there's a lot of shit over here about Odin. This got to be something, right? And I was like, is that Leviathan? And I want to say it was actually the person I was looking at the picture with. They're like, they all have halos over their head, and then I saw the small little. It's definitely smaller than everybody else's. They were definitely like, just a little one. Just do a
doesn't matter. He's just there.
Yeah. They're like, let's hide him just a little bit. Let's see if anybody finds out Leviathan's in the game. So. But yeah, so other than that, like I said, make sure you check out our links. We will catch you guys next time.